Hello everyone, this is the 5-minute reviewer. Today I'm going to share with you 5 minutes worth of tips on how to be a better Pokemon battler in the game Pokemon TCG Pocket. I look around the internet and there aren't a lot of tips available on telling you how to be a better player beyond Reddit and Quora, but I tried to summarize to make it simple for a beginner like you since you are looking at this video, and I'll cover it all in 5 minutes. So without further ado, let's begin. Okay, my first tip is pretty straightforward for most beginners, is to use a mono-type deck. I know most of us got into the Pokemon universe through the official Nintendo games or the actual card game or the anime. I would like to see Bulbasaur fight next to Charmander and Pidgeot and Squirtle and etc etc. But bear in mind, for this game, every type of Pokemon requires a certain type of energy. For instance, the Psychic type Pokemon which I'm using here require the Psychic energy. And as of this recording, there are very few specific cards that allow you to control the type of energy that will arrive in your deck. If you play, let's say, a multi-type card like a electric or water type deck, you have no way of controlling whether the next energy is coming is electric based or water based, and that can really hamper your strategy. Bear in mind, this is a fast paced game, and therefore being able to supply your Pokemon with energy quickly within the next few turns is very crucial in deciding the match. One of the few Pokemon that can control the type of energy that arrives in your deck is Gardevoir. As shown here, it's a stage 3 Pokemon, means she's a late game Pokemon, and the only type of energy she can control is the Psychic type. So just bear in mind, such cards are very rare in this edition of Pokemon TCG Pocket. My next tip is very familiar to those who often play trading card games, is to make your deck less diverse and more monoculture. I know it feels a bit weird because you want your deck to be prepared for any type of potential threats. However, the more diverse you make your deck, the less likely are you to draw a card that can support your relevant strategy. For instance, if I'm working on a Pokemon to be promoted to a stage 3 lineage very fast, if I have many other Pokemon in the deck, the odds of me drawing the relevant cards to help it promote into the final stage that I want is very low. To give you an idea what Pokemon I put in my current fighting deck, I listed it here so that you can look at it. There's not a lot of variety in Pokemon. There are only 3 lineages if you really look carefully. So this allows me to feel the strategy I want to quickly get out my EX Pokemons as fast as possible. So if you look carefully, there are only 10 Pokemon in my 20 card fighter deck, which means the rest are filled with supporter cards by either the trainers or the item cards. So there is something to think about that will help improve your game. My last tip is very simple. It's based on the support cards that most beginners have in their deck. It's the Pokeball and then the Professor Research card. So I place the cards here, and a lot of beginners struggle to whether we play the Pokeball first or the Professor's Research first. So my advice is to play the Pokeball card and then the Professor's Research card after that, if they are both in your hand. My rationale is this: the Pokeball will pull out the stage 1 Pokemons, which are the weaker Pokemons, from your deck, whereas your Professor's Research you play straight after that will increase the chance of you pulling out stronger cards after the weaker cards are already put out by the Pokeball. Bear in mind that this game is quite fast paced, so you want to quickly draw out your more powerful cards as the game continues. So by playing these cards in order, the Pokeball first, then the Professor's Research, you have a higher chance of getting the stronger cards towards the end game, and hopefully you can win the match in the end. So here is it, guys, my 5 minutes worth of tips. I hope this improves your game. If you like what I say, don't like what I say, do let me know in the comments, and have a good week ahead. Thank you, everybody.